This is it, what? Cohiba lit, what? We got that yak up in the cup and getting bent, what? Put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic. This is it, what? That Chiba lit, what? You got some drink up in your cup and getting bent, what? So put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic. Stogie lighting.
Every interview I do, every person I talk to almost always talks about when I fought Tyson Fury. It was a great experience, but now I feel like it's time for me to rack up some big wins here and to show that I'm more than just the guy that, had a good performance against Fury. So maybe we can leave that to the past, and we remember it. It was a good experience, but now we move on. I'm a good fighter. I'd rather be known for my big wins than my good losses. So it's time now to show that to everybody.
Very important.
You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. This is the official breakdown and prediction video for Otto Wallin versus Dominic Breazeale. Co-main event on the Adrian Broner card that's coming on tomorrow night. And this is a great co-main. To be perfectly honest with you, this is, and what I'm getting ready to say, this is not a shot. Like, this is just facts. Otto Wallin versus Dominic Breazeale could be a main event on a lot of cards. It could be the main event on a lot of cards. To be honest with you, if it wasn't for AB and his name, this should be the main event on this card. But if you take this card and you actually throw that on a PBC on Fox card as a main event, this on Fox might be one of the best main events they could have put up since being on Fox. Otto Wallin and Dominic Breazeale. But everybody knows I'm not a fan of PBC on Fox main events. I like some of the undercard stuff, but they be dropping the ball as far as the main events. But that's neither here nor there. Let me get to this breakdown and prediction for two good heavyweights. And we're going to start off with Otto Wallin. Of course, we know him from the performance that he put on against Tyson Fury. You can make the case that Tyson Fury was fighting down to the level of his competition, or you could say Otto Wallin is a good fighter and push Tyson Fury to the brink. However you look at it, he had a real good performance against Tyson Fury. Point blank, period. And when you have that type of performance, you have to show that that performance wasn't a fluke. And I think that's what Otto Wallin is planning on doing in this fight. Wallin, solid fighter, southpaw. He throws that left hook from different angles, different levels. So I like the way he does that. He switches that up. And he's solid. Like, he's solid all the way around. Like, he's not great at anything, but he's just solid on all levels. He has just enough punching power. He moves just enough. Like, he does everything. I would say he's like a B or B minus in everything. So Otto Wallin is a very solid fighter. Now, with him, I think Otto Wallin, he has to keep this a boxing match. Keep it a boxing match and make sure The only thing Otto Wallin really has to do from a technical standpoint is make Dominic Breazeale reset. Make him reset. And it don't have to necessarily be with movement. I mean, if he moves and wins the battle with a footwork, which he shouldn't have no problem doing, he should be making Dominic Breazeale reset all night long. Even if he doesn't do it with his feet. If he throws a check hook and then gets his feet around, that'll work. If he throws a body shot and moves, that'll work. He would have an easy night if he can make Dominic Breazeale reset. Now, the reason I say that is because Dominic Breazeale is not only going to be fighting Otto Wallin in the ring, but he's going to be fighting the thoughts of Deontay Wilder in his head, mentally, emotionally. He's going to have a battle. Dominic Breazeale fought Deontay Wilder and he got hit with the right hand from hell. I mean, straight from Satan's kitchen. I mean, it was crazy. And I tell people all the time, like, Dominic Breazeale got one of the best chins in the heavyweight division. And he's only been beaten up or stopped by the top guys in the division. I mean, AJ did his thing, and then Deontay Wilder did what he did. As hard as that shot was from Deontay Wilder, he still got up. Now, he got up, it was like a 12 count, 13 count, but he got up regardless. He staggered on the ropes, but he got up. There's people that take that shot from Deontay Wilder and they do not get up. So you got to have a lot of respect for Dominic Breazeale for getting up in that fight. And going into that fight, he had Virgil Hunter in his corner. And people forget that. But not all trainers are best fits for fighters. Like, he would be one of the last guys I would have suggested for Dominic Breazeale, Virgil Hunter. And it's not the fact that Virgil Hunter's not good. He's one of my favorite trainers. But it's just, he's most effective with a guy that has certain physical attributes, certain physical technical skills. And Dominic Breazeale just doesn't have that. So, of course, Deontay Wilder didn't give us a chance to see how Virgil Hunter would have instructed Dominic Breazeale, going through that fight. But I really didn't understand that move. So I don't know if Virgil Hunter is going to be training Dominic Breazeale for this fight. Y'all could definitely let me know in the comment section. I'm not sure. But Dominic Breazeale has a lot to overcome in this fight. He's fighting a southpaw. He's coming off of a big knockout loss, and it's a real question of if Dominic Breazeale is the gatekeeper. Is he a gatekeeper? Is he a certified gatekeeper at the heavyweight division? And that's something that he's going to have to show that he's not tomorrow night. Now, what can Dominic Breazeale do? It's going to be difficult, but he has to cut the ring off. He has to cut the ring off. That is number one. Even if he cuts the ring off and he doesn't throw any effective shots, he has to get into the habit of cutting the ring off against Otto Wallin. Definitely, that's like number one on the checklist. Number two, hit whatever you can. Hit whatever you can. Don't headhunt. Make sure you touching them. Go to the body, go to the chest, hit the arms, hit the shoulders, do whatever you need to do. Make sure you stay active against Otto Wallin. And another thing with Dominic Breazeale is he's going to have to make sure his feet is set. He's going to have to make sure his feet is set to throw the shots that he wants. Because Dominic Breazeale, he takes a little while to, to actually get his punches there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the fastest guy, so he needs to cut off the ring and he needs his feet planted and set and then let his shots rip. When I look at this fight, I'm looking at Dominic Breazeale and I'm like, what can he do to kind of make a difference in this fight against Otto Wallin? And Dominic Breazeale is going to have to hit Otto Wallin with something nice early, first half of the fight, first 5 rounds. He's going to hit Otto Wallin with something nice. It's up to Dominic Breazeale to basically make an impact first half of the fight. Because if he doesn't make an impact, Otto Wallin's going to win by decision. point blank period. So I asked myself, can Dominic Breazeale win a battle of the footwork against the southpaw? As much as I think the emotional aspect is important, as much as I think the mental aspect is important for Dominic Breazeale coming off that Deontay Wilder loss, the most important thing for me is, can Dominic Breazeale win the battle with the footwork? And number two, can he cut the ring off? Answer to those questions, as far as I'm concerned, is no. I got Otto Wallin winning by unanimous decision. I can see this fight being relatively boring, even though I think this is going to be a good fight. But I can see if Otto Wallin just want to turn it into a boxing match. If it was fans in the stands, I could see them possibly booing this one. You know what I'm saying? But if Otto Wallin turns it into a dogfight, or he just feel like he want to, sit in the pocket and throw with Dominic Breazeale, it can get interesting. It can get interesting. But even if Wallin decides to do that, I don't think he's going to do it for a long period of time. And I think he'll get back on his boxing, get back on his technical ability, and I think he'll pull this out by a unanimous decision. I just don't see Dominic Breazeale winning a decision or hitting Otto Wallin with something crazy to get him up out of there. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.